Off, and then we made operations to move in, and 2 o'clock in the morning we went across the berm and instantly started taking casualties, but started lighting up this city like you wouldn't believe. Artillery strikes going in, and planes flying in and dropping 500-pound J-down bombs into obviously civilian areas. I mean, my platoon was tasked with moving down a certain sector from the north side of the city, and of course we had to take every building block that we went through, and we had already come up to like a four-story like apartment building, and we had encountered heavy resistance from there, and there was no way that we were going to be able to clear it with using people, so we called an airstrike on it, well, a helicopter strike with it, and after a couple of them, the building just completely collapsed in. And I was thinking at the time, man, how many civilians could have been inside there? I mean, just like any kind of conflict, there's people that are hiding inside of places that are unable to come out of these buildings out of fear that they're going to be killed by the enemy or our enemy for leaving, or out of fear that they're going to get shot in the streets, because when they do, they come out and they do get shot in the streets trying to get away. Moved down another block and we came up to a smaller building, and my squad was tasked with taking this building, and the doorway, there was fire coming out of the doorway, machine gun fire, and from the windows. So I had an attachment of SMAs, which are rockets, a two-man team of rockets, and you can use these rockets to blow holes, make another doorway, if you will, in the side of the building. So I gave the order for them to use the missiles on the building. So we hit it, and then we stormed into the building. There was two 14, well, looked about a 14-year-old kid, a 6-year-old kid, and a young, maybe this could have been her husband, I couldn't tell because he was so messed up, and a woman that was bleeding, but not severely, and all she was screaming, "Why, Laish, Laish?" And I broke down. I leaned up against the wall, and as my rest of my Marines cleared through the building, and I sat there with the corpsman trying to do something about it. But I started to cry. I wanted to rip my hair out, and go nuts. And the woman, seeing my reaction, came up to me and put her hand on my cheek and said, "Inshallah," which is God's will. Because these people over there, it doesn't matter what bad things happen to them, that they can accept it right away as God's will because they're deeply religious. But no, it wasn't God's will. It was my fucking order. I gave the order to fire those rockets into that building, and I killed her family. And that's when I knew that I was put in a situation where I had to do that. I thought I had to do that to keep myself and my Marines alive, thinking that, well, that was the best thing I could do at the time. Well, I have to live with that decision.
you get the nickname? Killer? Killed a couple of gooks in a bomb crater one time. Claymores. Blew a couple of claymores open. Put a few 60 rounds into them. They was taking a bath. So, just proves not to take no baths while you're in the field. What's your feelings about killing? Don't have any. Doesn't mean nothing. Guess you could say it was a job to do it, no? Either you get killed or you kill him. Better off him than me. Any day. You really don't have no feelings about it, you know. You see a dead gook, it don't mean anything.